Exodus. But well, if you notice, I changed the view. I changed the view a little bit here, so don't pay. It look a little wider view. So excuse me, just trying to try something here, try some things here. But I want to say you welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. I'd like to give acknowledgments to my overseer, Apostle J. Alexander, my overseer. She is the overseer of God in Jesus Christ Ministries. You see, I'm trying to make sure everybody is, all platforms are logged in. All platforms are logged in. We're trying to make sure all platforms are logged in as I go forth. Okay, we're trying to make sure. Okay, I think this is right. That right camera angle. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get that right camera as we go. Like I said, I want to give thanks to. Not give thanks, but I want to acknowledge my overseer, Dr. J. Alexander, who is the overseer of God Jesus Christ Ministry. She is there to oversee our ministry. Where did I put that? Hope I didn't knock this thing. Where is my? Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry. I thought I had things. So, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Wait just a minute. I think I'm crossed up here. Now I'm crossed up in my lesson plan here today. Tonight. Yesterday yesterday morning we did the Lord's Day. Today it is supposed to be the 10 Commandments, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Oh, yes, it is. It's supposed to be Exodus. And I'm waiting. Just give me a second. Let me try to find out where this information is at right now. Give me a second. What? Sorry about that. I had to go and pick up where my lesson plan is. I had the lesson plan and I left it over in the other location. So tonight we're going to be in the book of Exodus. We're going to be talking about part 9, which is part 9, which is we're going to talk about part 9, which is here we are. Part 9, which is Exodus, the which we're dealing with bearing false witness. We're going to be dealing with bearing false witness, and I'm sorry about this. This was a little bit delayed getting here, and I thought everything was on top of. Normally, I put everything on top of the computers before once I'm finished with everything for that day and what we're going to be talking on and what we're going to be talking about. things are supposed to be put on top. So as we go forth, and like I said, so going forward with this, going forward as we get now, prepared here. Thank you for everybody that's coming in. Thanks for everybody that's coming in. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. We're not open here yet. Okay. I'm trying to make sure all the sites are open and are all my all my all my locations are there and we're ready to go. So so I'm gonna go back to Facebook. So when I sit right there, Facebook. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be in the book of Exodus. We're going to be talking about the bearing false witness. And as we know, I can't even see on this one. It's not even allowing me. Bearing false witness. So before we even start, I'm going to pray us in, and then we're going to get started. Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing me to come on tonight and bless each and every person with your word. May it resonate within their hearts and in their minds. If anyone on this live wants anything, show them that you are with them and you are comforting them in their whatever tribulation they're going through. Grant each one a healthy day and a healthy night and a healthy tomorrow. Give each person the comfort as they go through their life and as they go through their tribulations, as they go through their happy times, and never let them know that you are carrying them through both times. You are with them always. You have always said you will never forsake us. I give thanks for waking each and every one of us up this morning. I give thanks for allowing each and every one of us to be here on this live. And I say this in your son's name, in Jesus Christ. Amen. All right. Just to do this little house cleaning here. We at God in Jesus Christ Ministries, we are going to, there's going to be a change coming also on Mondays with our Bible study. There will be moments of the Bible studies where we will turn things, and we will have one Monday. So it'll be the second or maybe third Monday, but we'll have people come up, and it'll be more of an open discussion, or open topic. Meaning you'll be able to talk about whatever you would like to talk about with on a topic. You'll be able to talk about it. So that's one of the things that we're going to be doing. I haven't decided what Monday that will be. Also, this November 20, 24th, 25th, and 26th, we have I Give Thanks event where we will have two pastors, ministers, apostles come up, and they will give understanding to our to what we are doing. To give thanks, they will talk on that topic, and that would be their topic that they will talk on. So we're going to be giving for that topic, and so that they can have that, so you can have that understanding. I'm still trying to get myself into this, get that understanding. So once we get to that understanding, we will then have that topic from that point on. We'll have that. Good. Okay, everybody's all the sites are up. That's what I wanted to make sure. We will have that topic on. We will have that on. If you hear music, usually we decided to put in the background to allow some music to play in the background for us. So as we say, again, I'm going to stress for November, those 3 nights is November, the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th. We will have two speakers, at least two speakers that night come up and give thanks. Topic will be why they give thanks, or I give thanks will be the topic. So that's the topic they're going to be speaking on. We will speak on that topic. And going into December, we will have something similar to the December around Christmas time, just before Christmas, maybe the 22nd, maybe the 22nd and 23rd. We won't go to the 24th day, depending on people's availability. But on the 24th at 11:30, come on at 11:30, we will be discussing on Christmas. We will be talking about it, origin, where Christmas comes from, how it came about, some of it, how it came about. That's what we're looking into, how it came about, and what is the description of Christmas. Why there are some other things that I think some people don't talk about when we talk about the Christmas holiday and the commemoration of Jesus Christ being born. So we're going to talk about that from 11:30, 24 through about 12, 10, 12, 15, December 25th. We have what somebody asked me earlier, will I have a New Year's Eve going into the new year? I said, I don't know if I have that. Things haven't moved me in that direction. So when things move me in that direction, I'll let you know. But going for 2026, everything will remain the same. The Saturday book will be in Hebrews, Saturday, starting in Saturday the 26th, every Saturday for the next 50 weeks. We will be in the book of Hebrews. So 4 chapters of Hebrews. I will post the chapters of what I would like for you to read, so you can study. But I try to get people so we can actually talk on chapters. Monday night still topic night is the same thing. I try to bring people in. I'm going to invite people to come. We will have also I want to do like a testimony night. So that one Monday will be that one Monday for the Bible study. Just people who will have testimony for the statement and specific topic, and that's what it is. We pick up Monday. The other 3 Mondays we have regular Bible study. So that is what I will be presenting before you. Also, we want to do something for the students looking God in Jesus Christ, moving, developing something for students in school, middle school, elementary school. So we're going to do something there. We're working with communities. So we're going to reach out. And wherever it reaches out, we're going to reach out for those communities. And once again, I'd like to thank the city that is place away. I do go back and look at where I'm getting views from. You can get that Seattle, Washington, we got and down in Roswell, down in Davenport, Florida, other locations. I see New York is there, I see Detroit, a couple of sites in Detroit, we have the Maine, we got I see Arkansas, I see in Texas. So all of those locations. We will get lists of those locations. We will announce you on Saturday. Every day, every time we get a new location, we will announce each and every person on that. On that. So without any, I think that answers all of our topics forward radio station. You also, we got sermon.net, the link you could log on to. We got EJCM, which is another site. You can see us on Facebook. We got YouTube we're also looking at regular sites where it's not live, but you can go to it and see the repeated version. I mean, you can go and just log on, click on to the link and see the videos, see all the videos. So we have another stream site, but it doesn't stream anywhere. You log onto the link, we're going to schedule out those different days, like the days we on, but we'll have other days where you can go back and look at the repeats of your video. The Tuesday, Thursday, you'll see the repeat days, and you can see the sermons. Sunday sermons will have Sunday repeat sermons, Thursday sermons. Anybody needs to go get, and you won't probably have to log in here, but you can log in to sermon.net and look at the playlist, because we have our playlist. The same thing. YouTube, we have a playlist, put everybody on the playlist here, so you can see it all there. Without that, so I think that covers all of our announcements that I have. And another thing, on our website, once again, you go to the website, God in Jesus Christ Ministries.org. We can Stories Living Faith monthly calendar, schedule rather. It's a calendar, and it has all of the ministries that I'm associated with and their time, their perspective, days, their time that they're on, so you can catch them in their room when they're on, when they're on their body. Yes, I'll be on some of them at some time. Schedule of my time. Some of those blocks. DLF, DLF, and we are going to look for other platforms where you can go over and see. Also, again, too, share the live. If you like, share the live. And I also would love for you to subscribe to the live. And I also would love for you to share the live, subscribe to the live, and also click on the link of sermon.net and look at the playlist. Look at our playlist. There's some things there that you can see. Okay. That's what we do. Okay, so now, without any more hesitation or any back thing, we're going to go into the 10 Commandments, Part 9. This is the devastating consequences of bearing false witnesses. And I'm gonna kind of ask you here. Bearing false witnesses. Okay. Oh, I know what that was. Okay, we can put that over there. Bearing false witnesses. So what we want to do here is I want to ask a question of you. I think it's here. Did I write it down? Oh, I didn't. I probably did. But the question, what I wanted to ask: have you ever had a friend that lied to you, or a friend? Have you ever put your friend in a situation where they had to make a choice to bear false witness? That's where we tend to sit ourselves in a problem when we bear false witness. And we also, in this world too, that we see, sometimes we're misinformed, and we see also the power of the words that we speak can underestimate our we underestimate. We cannot be underestimated. Our words have the ability to build up a person or to tear down a person, to speak truth or to spread lies. So with this little thing in our mouth, this little thing we call a tongue, it can spread a lot of damages. Oh, I forgot something. I gotta just give me a second here. Mhm. Let me reach out to somebody. I told them I would remind them, and I didn't remind them. No, not that person. I didn't remind them. Because the person I have to remind, and I didn't do it. I got in this. I got in here, and it's give me a second. Oh my God, this is gonna be a big right now. I can't. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, I just got off of that. Let me see. You know what? This person I want. Yes. Here we go. Yes. All right. Let me see if I can get back to it. I almost forgot. This person would have a fit if I didn't reach out to them. So let me get back to what we were talking about and understanding everything. This person would have a fit. But in this, we see here as we speak today, the things that we speak is so much issues and understanding that we I can't even uh, that we sometimes find ourselves bearing false witness, such as I'll put you like this: you have a friend and they have a girlfriend and they are cheating on their girlfriend, and you know they're cheating, and you've seen it, you've witnessed it. Now here comes the girlfriend who done found out the information from somebody else that, that her boyfriend has been cheating. Now they come to you. She comes to you and she asks you, you know so and so has been cheating on me. Now you're put between, I always used to say, you're in a catch 22 because you're going to lose both friends. If you tell the truth, you're going to lose both friends. Because on one hand, you're going to lose your friend that you know that's cheating. On the other hand, you're going to lose his girlfriend because he knew you knew she was cheating and you were always in her joking with her and everything else, but he knew the truth. So you're going to lose both friends. So you're put in a position where either you tell the truth or you lie. So in that instance, whatever your decision is, you're going to hurt. You're going to hurt somebody else. You're going to hurt both. You're going to hurt both people, and you're also going to hurt yourself because you're going to destroy two friendships. Now, those two may get back together later on down the line, but you will still be in a position where you will wind up being hurt. You will wind up being hurt. Um, you will wind up being in that position. So, what I'm saying to you is, just go ahead and tell the truth. But most people don't want to Most people don't want to hear the truth things, but most people don't want to deal with the truth. Most people don't want to understand what the truth is. They don't want to deal with it. They rather feel like, oh no, I don't want to be bothered with it. But here's another situation that I'm going to go and say, you shall, what the Exodus 20:16 says, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Now, in Matthew, I believe it is, in chapter Matthew and Mark, what is said when Jesus says that, there's a question that is asked of Jesus by a lawyer, I think, or Pharisees or Sadducees. He asked, who is my neighbor? Well, it's in that day and age, their neighbor, as Jesus said, the stranger is your neighbor. The person that lives next door to you is your neighbor. The person that walks past you is your neighbor. In this day and age, it's the same scenario. Who is your neighbor? Your neighbor is the person that lives next door to you, the stranger, the person in the next county, because when you drive in a county, that's a neighbor, even though they're a stranger and they don't really know you physically, you're still your neighbor. And this is what Jesus is teaching, this is what Jesus is saying. And it implication for our life. It is an implication for our lives. This is what it is. It's implication. Now, to move on to another story for an illustration that I want to show you. That is the. Now we all know sometimes we are called to go to court. We are sometimes called to be on a jury. Meaning we're the jury to make a judgment in a trial or a case, and we are there to judge the stories that people say or the things that these people say, the police officer, the defendant, the lawyers, what both the prosecutor and the defendant, the prosecutor and the defending attorney are saying, and listening to what the judge is directing us to do. So we're listening to the police officer, what his report is saying, and then we're listening to the police officer. So in this case, I'm going to put this in an illustration. Here, a young man who witnesses a crime. This young man witnesses a crime. Now, I'm going to say what the crime is. He just witnesses a crime and gives false testimony, leading to an innocent man being sent to prison. Now, this can be an issue for people because you're now focusing on an innocent man going to jail for no reason because of your false testimony. The Indians would say you speaking with false tongue. You speaking with false tongue. If well, I'm gonna say it this way, if the indigenous people did make that statement, speak with false tongue. If that statement is made of the indigenous people of this land, if they ever did say that, then yes, you speak with false tongue because you're lying on somebody. So you're lying on a person. So you destroy in this spin, it sparks a reminder of the disastrous consequences of bearing false witnesses. Just as this young man words had the power to destroy another person's life. So what you tell somebody or what you say, sometimes what you say to people, you can destroy their lives. Now, there is a thing in we do in football, what we call in football, you break a person down, you break them down, meaning you break them out of their whole. What you're breaking down is you breaking you down out of your old habits. We're getting you out of your habits. Here you take away your old habits. You don't want to bring your habits to the team. So you're coming from another team. So you're going to learn how to run your routes correctly. and not the way the other team or the coach allowed you to run. So we're breaking you down. So we're going to, me as a defensive coach, I'm going to get in your face. I'm going to guide you in things. Now, as I do this, in the same instance of breaking you down, I'm going to build you up. So when I break you down, bring you down to where I want you, where you begin to understand what I'm talking about. Now I begin to build back up. A lot of times I have young men who we are playing, we're working on. I say, look, I know you can do the play. I know you can run. I know you. I don't want you running around. I don't want you running it. I want you to run how I just showed you how to run it that way. And this is how coaches break it. Some coaches break you down. They every time you run around. No, I had a thing where I did things for discipline. Players for discipline. Players, the stars when I was in stars, the earlier part of these songs, the early part of the year, with these stars at a junior level. It was about 2 years within the 2 or 3 years within the junior level. Thing where players, I told players, you don't come with your equipment, this is a point of breaking people down because their parents always carry their equipment now. You say, well, how does this tie in? Does it tie in with what I speak and breaking the person down? Getting them out of their old habit where they give their equipment to their mom and dad to carry, even in what happens. So we're not going to tell them, I don't want you walking in this part with me. I see your father, your sister, your brother, your cousin. I don't care if it's a dog or a cat. They better not be carrying your equipment. Now, when they carried it, that happened. Their punishment was drop down, give me 15, drop down, give me 25. One young man was coming in with his mom, this stuff. And look, I saw him, caught him, smiled. He knew, he snatched it. He almost got smacked by his mom until he told his mom, he said, no, mom, if Coach might see you in my equipment, I got to coach up to it. When he came to me, mom asked me, I said, yeah, you're right. Drop down, give me 25. And I explained to him, this is his independence from you. It's when he's no longer a little 7-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old. You have to carry his equipment. Even those kids, I challenge because it put a emphasis with the other coaches that they followed the same scenario, and we would break players down, but we were always building back up. We never left them broken, even when they made mistakes. After mistake, we still stay true to them. But also to say this is that you need to always be mindful of what you say. In any case, you're talking to somebody. Always be more truthful to them. Be truthful to them. And like I say, a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to. I'm not talking about truth of the Bible or anything like that, because with the Bible we have different perspectives and different beliefs and different understandings. But when something is placed in front of you, point blank, and just like I said, you're asked the direct question, as you, my girl cheating on me, you know she's cheating on the guy. You look the guy dead in the face and you say, no, you now have an issue. You have an issue. You have an issue. You have an issue, and this is the issue: is that you're going to lose a friend. You're going to lose a friend. I'm sorry. You will lose a friend in that instance. and they'll lose a friend. You'll lose a friend because that friend feels you're going to tell them the truth. But even your friends won't believe, won't want to hear the truth from you. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear, oh, she's cheating on you. They're gonna call you. They're gonna tell you you're lying. You're not telling the truth. And this is what happens when this happens and you lose a friend. So to bear false witness in any situation, even if you stand on the stand, that's why you get up on the stand and you're in front of people and they tell you put your head on the Bible and swear. That's where that piece says let your yes be yes and let your no be no. That's where that swear you don't swear. You just say yes or no. That's where you what you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You just say, well, wait, my answer will be what you know when the statement is spoken. And when you put your hand on everybody, you're swearing and saying, I will say yes or no, based on the statement that you have seen before God. Because this way you're not swearing, you're actually saying based on the statement. Meaning, if they put a statement out there that is false, you say, let's say they put a statement out and you know it's not true. You say, no, that's not true. You can say, no, that's not true. And you won't bear no false witness. You're bearing what you bear what you know. Bearing false witness. You don't know something, you don't know the truth. But don't assume neither. Because you assume something and you go and tell it if it's factual, you're bearing false witness. I can see somebody. I saw somebody the other day. Let's say I saw a friend of mine. He's walking. Some lady's talking. I see him and the young lady's talking. I don't know what they're talking about, but I see him talking. His girl come to me and said, "Well, did you see him talking with another woman?" I'm gonna say, "Yeah, I saw him talking with another woman. I don't know what they're talking about. But I don't know who she was. I didn't question it." So she runs and says, "Your friend?" Now she runs to him. She says, "Well, so Mike said you were talking to another woman." He comes back to me and he says, "Why you talking?" I said, "Well, yeah, and I'm not going to answer that question because I like her husband. Now, you're not going to be my friend. She's not going to be my friend. So I lose two friends. So I'm going to tell the truth. Now, if y'all rather walk away from me because I told the truth. I saw you, but I don't know if I told her. I didn't know the truth. So I don't know if you knew the girl. I don't know if you knew the girl or you were rapping to the girl. But, the girl, you and the girl were talking. Now, some people may say, you didn't say nothing. I said, yeah, it's true. But now your friend comes to you. Let's say I don't say nothing. The girl comes to you and the guy comes to you. They're both standing in front of your face. And the guy says, yo, Mike, so you saw me talking. Well, you didn't see me talking. You saw me talking to the girl, right? What did I think to you? You know me. I got to sit there. And the girl says, well, you said you didn't see me. And now I'm stuck because now I told the girl one thing, and I'm really getting him saying, he said, Mike, did you see me with a female? Talking to a female. I don't got no. Or she said, they both stand in front of me. Did you see me talking to a female? Now I say, yes. Because they're both standing in front of me. I can't lie. I got to tell the truth. Most people, this day and age, do not like the truth. That's why they say truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. Because if you tell the truth, you don't bear nothing to your so you don't bear nothing to your consequences. Because if they wanted the truth, they would have accepted it. If they wanted the truth, they would have accepted it. But they didn't want the truth, so they left. The whole deal. That's the deal. What the deal is. If they wanted the truth, they would accept it. they would accept it. You understand? So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. And what is the problem? Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. They feel that they feel sometimes they feel like, hey, you should have just lied. But if you lie, you're not going to you're not going to actually acknowledge it. You're not gonna they never were your. Sometimes some people say they never were your friends anyway because they didn't want to acknowledge it. Miss Louie, she and her husband trying to let her know I'm on Facebook so she can come online also. So that is the reason why we don't want to lie, because you don't want to destroy people's lives. We don't want to destroy friendships. We don't want to destroy our own friendship. That's another thing we don't want to do. We don't want to destroy that. We must understand that, and that is. So let us look at another part. Is James 3 and 4. James chapter 3, verse 4 through 12, actually. And in here, it's the same thing what I was speaking about, the tongue. So matter of fact, let's do this. Let's go to James. Let me go to James. So James 3 and 4. Wow, that really jolted me right there. James 3 or 4. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna let that music play there. Nice little beat. But James 3 and 4. I'm gonna go chapter 3, verse 4, and we're talking about the tongue here. And I'm gonna actually go to 2. I'm gonna start with 2. Yeah, I'm gonna start with 2. For we all stumble in many ways. If anyone does not stumble in what he says, he is a perfect man. So in other words, if you don't stumble in what you said, you're a perfect man with that. If you don't stumble, he's a perfect man, able to retain in the whole body as well. Now here, if we put the bit into the horse's mouth so that they will obey us, we direct their whole body as well. So in other words, if you as a man can bridle this tongue, or what you speak and what you say. A lot of times I have a habit of when I'm speaking, I will think about what I want to say and the way I want to say it, so that whoever I'm saying it to, hopefully they won't mistake what I say to them. And I used to get questioned, like, why you take so long to answer? I said, because I got to make sure that what I say to you, you understand it. 2, first, 1, that I am saying the right thing to you. 2, you understand what I say to you. And 3, it doesn't mislead in my actions and the way I say it. you understand. You're coming to an angry way. I'm not coming to you in a disrespectful way. That is the reason why I hesitate to speak quickly. Sometimes in arguments I do just go off on the tangent. But lately I kind of learning slowly how to control things there. And with the horses, when we put the bridle on that horse, is not that bit. When you pull on the right, what they call the rein, you pull on the right rein, the horse goes to its right. When you pull on the left rein, the horse goes to the left. When you pull back on it, the horse pulls back. If you ever seen any of them John Wayne or any cowboy movies, you see them pull the rein and the horse goes, and you see it slap the reins on the horse, open at the same time. The horse knows to go forward, take off, run. The harder the more he slaps the rein, the horse will gallop. When they pull back harder, the horse will stand up on its hind leg and stand up on its hind leg. So that's what he's saying. And you could direct the whole body as well. Look at the ship too. Though they are so large and are driven by strong winds, they are nevertheless elected by a very small rudder. Whatever the inclination of the pilot determined. So also, the tongue is a small part of the body, and yet it boasts of great things. See now, great, a forest is set aflame by such a small fire. Meaning, if you go out there and you tell a false lie, that false lie will spread like wildfire, and it will be a lie, and everybody will believe the lie, such as what we see in our society today. There's a lot of myths, there's a lot of lies that have been told, and people now can't decipher what is true from what is a lie, because the people that are telling you that, oh, that's false, that's false, but it's not false, it is a lie, and they're trying to tell you the truth. But because you believe more of the lie than the truth, you keep following the truth. And this is what is happening today with our government. So, and the tongue is a fire, a very world of unrighteousness. The very world of unrighteousness. The tongue is set among our bodies parts, as that which defiles the whole body and sets on fire the course of our lives, and is set on fire by hell. 7. For every species of beast and bird, of reptile, and creature of the sea is tamed and has been tamed by the human race. But no one among mankind can tame the tongue. It is a restless evil, full of deadly poison. Verse 9. With it we bless our Lord and Father, and with it we curse people who have been made in the likeness of God. And from the same mouth comes both blessings and curses. From blessings and curses with the same mouth. My brother and sister, these things should not be this way. 11. Does a string send out from the same opening both fresh and bitter water? Can a fig tree, my brothers and sisters, bear olives, or a vine bear figs? Nor can salt water produce bread. So here's what it here's what we say. Here's what we say. Here's what we say to that. Here's what we say to that. And we're seeing some things with the storm and in the tropics here. Uh, in the tropics. Um, what we see in the tropics. Um, what we see in the tropics is the storm in the tropics, and we're going to. I hope everybody prays for whatever whatever countries are in its path. Please pray that they don't this storm doesn't come near those locations at this point in time. So what James is saying here, he's reminding us of our tongue, how our tongue is a powerful weapon which can bring life or death. Meaning you can sit on a witness stand and there's a person who's fighting for their life and you tell a false lie. And now you send that innocent person to spend the rest of their life in jail, or you send that person to face being executed. So this is the one thing that we must be careful of, especially when we bear false witnesses. Even a person's reputation, you make a lie out of who they are, or you make a lie based on an assumption of what somebody says this person is. That person's life will be destroyed 100%. That this person's life is destroyed. This person's life is not going to be the same. This person's life is going to be destroyed for that, for the reason that you were put there. You were put in front of them. Hey, I was there. You keep you standing 10 toes down on it. And then 20 years later, here you come, well, back 20 years, because now your conscience beating on you. Because you're saying, why did you lie to this? Why did you lie to these persons? Why did you say that? Why did you even go that route? Why did you? Once again, I want to ask anybody out there, if you're on, please share the live, please subscribe to the live. And once also, too, if you would like to speak to me one-on-one, you can reach me at my email address, which is ministerministry.yahoo.com, or you can subscribe ministry out at email. There you go. Okay. So now we're going to go back to James. So this is what James is saying. James, he's reminding us the power of the tongue. Just as a small spark can set a forest ablaze, so just a little small spark of a of a of a of a of a fire. You know, like you're out in the woods and you're hitting the thing to start the fire, and you strike it, or you don't put it out correctly, and you throw sand on it, and sand doesn't really put out. You don't really make sure that it's out, and the next thing you know, whoop, fire goes up in flames. This is what happened. This is what would happen. But in this instance, you should be careful about anything you say. That's why also it tells you, be quick to listen. Listen first. Quick to listen. Slow to speak. Slow to anger. Quick to listen. But you want to hear all the information. You want to gather all the information first. Then you want to take your time and really go to speak, because you want to really articulate what is the information that was given to you, to articulate that information back correctly. And then if somebody comes at you angrily, you want to be able to talk to them in a very calm manner and de-escalate their anger in this. So this is what we look at when we're addressing the false lies, because false lies will destroy. I've had a person actually lie on me personally. I've had people lie on me. I've had people um, say things that was not true. I had a person one time years ago. Me and a gentleman working on organizing a baseball league in Newark. We were organizing the baseball league, and I had just come from an operation. I had just come out of the hospital after operation, and he talking to me. He's like, "Okay, don't worry about it, blah 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 blah." And I haven't practiced today, so I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I just happened to look out the window, and I see the kid going to practice. And I told him, I said, "Where you going?" He said, "I'm going to practice." And I said, "Huh?" So I got in my car, drove down to the bar, and I told them they were, but they were getting ready to practice. And I went over to him and I said, "Hey, I'm not going to mention your name, but I'm going to say, hey, so and so, I thought you said there was no practice today." And he was like, he kind of like wanted to brush me off. And I said, "But yo, you could have just said it's cool." And like, blah, 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 and mumbled. Then under his breath, he mumbled something, but he mumbled. I was told as a young man, no man challenges your manhood. And he said that. I went after him. And over the course of time, the week, I done like squashed, not squash it, but I done like put it to bed. Okay, forget it. I just didn't want to deal with him no more. And they kind of brought a meeting, but what saved my reputation was it got back to somebody that knew me. And the person said to a person was talking to this other person, and they said, "Yeah, so and so went after so and so with a baseball bat out there in the park." And he said, "Oh, says you mean you?" He said, "Yeah, Matthew." And he said, "You mean Matthews with the eyes?" And I said, "Yeah, that one." He said, "Nah." He told the guy, he said, "No, my man, that ain't him." I said, "If you know," and he told him, he said, "You know his character, you know the person that he was going after. They had to have said something to him to make him do that." And when that person saw me, they asked me what happened. And I explained to him, I said, "Hey, look, this is what happened." And he said he mumbled this because we were not near people. So he turned and mumbled it under his breath enough for me to hear it, but not everybody else to hear it. He got more. So he wound up having the person. And then the councilwoman, she got involved and she talked with us on the phone. Like, I really didn't want to hear it from her because you're just sugarcoating your employee's part. You're not recommending him. You're not holding him to a higher standard because he's a community leader just as much as me. You're trying to make us be buddy buddy, and I'm like, no, I'm not. At this point in time, I wasn't a buddy buddy type person. Once you did that, we went to the meeting for the league, and I was like, oh God, they were all phony. That's why I look at various people who say they're something, but you really show your true colors to me when you say you're this, and I see who your true color. I see your true colors are. So now I don't. I can be in the same room with you, but I just don't. I just won't really deal with you in fashion because you're not being true to who you say you are. You're being little more phony to me. That's why. That's why I do the way I am. So when you tell me who you are, once I see who you are, I already know. Like I have people who come upon me. Some people do bear falseness towards me in their sense, and I personally, I don't, I don't worry about it. I don't care to that, to that, to that extent of what they say, because your tongue is the thing that's gonna destroy you and destroy you and my friendship. If you lie on me, I never lied on you. I never gave you a reason. Even if I gave you a reason to dislike me, it's not a reason to lie on me. You know, people say to me, they ask me, well, has any such and such person ever did something with you? I don't know. You was that with that person. So they never do something. They ask me, what do you think about this person? I tell them the truth. I don't mind. Just to say, I said, well, me and the person did have an issue, but if you want to bring them on, you can bring them on. Don't say, I don't turn around and say, well, I'm going to leave if you bring them on. But I will watch that person, because people begin to look at you in a different way. My father used to say to me, you remember the story of the wolf, the boy who cried wolf. He put it as a joke. Cried wolf all the time, people came running. He cried wolf again, people came running again. And then when the moment the real wolf came, and he cried wolf, nobody came. The wolf ate him. So he told me, don't ever lie. People had a thing where he would say, no matter how much trouble you in, no matter how deep it is, always tell me the truth, because I can help you. The minute you lie to me, then help you know. He wasn't saying he doesn't want to help me. He's saying because now if anything that I have to tell him is all truth, but at one moment, one thing is a lie. Everybody thinks everything is a lie. You see? So he was telling me, no matter what it is, you got to tell me the truth. Because when you tell me the truth, I can always help you. Always derail what's probably going to make things a little easier. Once you lie, and there's nothing I can't do anything. Just make a quick announcement. At this point in time, quick announcement. Once again, if you want to share the live, if you would like to commit you want to commit yourself, commit your confession, like you would like to just come into your life, please send a text message to our request line, which is 833-943-3973. That's our prayer request line. There you say you wanna Jesus come into your life. We will reach out to you, pray to you, give you information on the steps that you should take in that respect. You don't have a church, find yourself a good Bible place, Bible preaching church. Preach what is in the Bible, just listen to you. So that's what we want to say there to you. Turning your life over to Jesus, it's a way to come up, bathe in Christ. Please reach out to us at our request line. Reach out to us on the website of God.org, God.Ministry.personally.com. So reach out to email address at God.JesusChristMinistry@gmail.com. Actually, I say the same we, because I have other ministries that you can reach to and reach with. But I will also reach back out to you, give you the information to what steps you need to take and go to follow through it and help you how to keep yourself in the pursuit of Christ and Christ. following the commandments. People say, mainly those two great commandments. So I say, get yourself a good Bible-based church that preaches from the Bible. On this, though, as we see, as I was saying, I'll go back to the lesson. As we see things that we have when we bear false witnesses, when we tell you lie, and that kind of hurt me. That this person that I sort of kind of looked at him as a friend. We had talked about certain things, and I was interested in certain things, and it made me look at him in a different light. It made me look at other people in different light. Even family members I would look at in different light, because family members were some who also, what were you saying behind my back, made people look at me a certain way. Because now you know me, you've been around me, so now I gotta look at you. Like, what are you saying to these people that supposed to, you said they're supposed to know you know me, but what are you saying to the people meeting me for the first time? But now majority of people that know me know who I am, know for coaching, and know me as a humble person. They have seen me. People in Linden have seen me come out of character when I needed to with people. And they be like, oh, you did. Yeah, I come out of character. I come out of character. You're going to come at me. East Orange came out of character one time in East Orange. That somebody in the COVID heard me say something like, yo, I'm tired. Okay, yeah, so what? He put his finger in my face. I might just finger out my face. And we were ready to go. And they were like, yo, this is not a small dude. This is a big dude. This guy's taller than me and a little big. But me and him we're still good friends. I see him. Hey, even the person who I said I went after a bat with, we're not friends, but still acknowledge him. I still take his finger. Hey, how you doing? No harm. I do watch you closely because I don't allow you into that inner circle. It's a very small inner circle, a very small number of people within that circle. There's a quick circle that there's nobody there except for close family. Close family is my children and the one person that's in my life. Other than that, everybody else is just outside this circle, that other core circle of friends. That's my security. And when this thing, that's my security. That core circle with these people that know very well. And share sorrow with them. And share nice stuff. Share pain if they have reached out. They told me something happened. Share their pain. Even if I never said that, it's still shared. I will allow myself to. But I can imagine what are they going to do. I don't know what to say to this person. He never been to me. I can't keep going. A good friend of mine, John Hansel, who lost a child. And I'm sorry. And didn't get an opportunity to go to the child's funeral. Everybody else was able to go. Those people were able to go. And it wasn't. But the one thing I did do was I called John personally. Hey, John, I'm going to be the funeral. XYZ is having. The thing John said to me, don't worry about it. The thing that matters is you reached out, you called me, you talked to me. Said, yo, that's good. I appreciate that. You appreciate it. And John Lonzo is a good friend of mine. He taught me in security. He taught me between him and Luke Holden. They taught me security, and I give them the utmost security and learning the views about security and learning things about guns because John was a gun instructor. He go to and she would teach me how to shoot, who shoot. The guy, I was a young man demonstrating how to shoot. 2 shots, boom, boom, 4 shots, boom, 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 like that. So that's what I learned from John. But that's what it is. And people would say, John, you go to John's funeral. No, John, I didn't. John didn't go to John didn't go to, Michael didn't go to it, but Mike spoke to John. That was the difference. That was the whole difference. Person, oh my God, I'm trying to figure out something, and I can't. And now the person, this is one thing I really I really I really um I'm sorry. Uh, we but that's what happens when you lie to people and you lose trust. People lose trust with you, and they they hold you now. They hold you. They watch what you say and the things that you say and the way you say it, and that's what happens. And it's sad. It's very sad that it has to come that way. It has to be that way. But it is that way. It happens like that. It happens like that. It happens that way. It happens very much that way because you're falsely accusing somebody of something, and you're bearing the fault. You're bearing the false witnesses. It's just like the scribes and the Pharisees did with the woman who committed adultery. They brought the woman to Jesus to trap Jesus, and they said, "Hey, we caught her." And understand, this is one thing I like to say to people. When the Pharisees said, "We caught her committing adultery," okay, but where's the one thing you're going to go through it? Here's what we're going to go through. It's in Matthew. And when they caught the woman who was committing adultery, she brought her before judges. She was supposed to be stoned to death. Jesus sat down and wrote down. So they said he wrote on the ground. Nobody knows what he wrote. Some people speculate he wrote the law. He wrote on the ground. He said, "He who without sin may cast the first stone." From what I understand, and I think it's done in The Chosen, he picks up a stone and he says, "May cast the first stone." Now he's holding a stone. Everybody else that had picked up stones to hit this woman with, they start dropping their stones. When they started dropping their stones, Jesus asked her, "Woman, where are your where are your accusers?" She said, "They left." He said, "Well then, woman, they do not accuse you of anything, or I don't hold you guilty of anything. Go and sin." Now, here's the part I realize most people talk about. Say. Most people don't say. I'm sorry. Man, I don't know what's going on here. Most people don't say. So But you know, I don't know what's happening. But somebody's trying to get into the line. Yeah. So so what happens is that they're trying to get in, and I sent them a link, and the links, and I guess the link, something happened with the link, and then let them in. So what happens here is that we see what happens is we see this information that the this falsehood about the woman, she was caught to trap Jesus. Oh, supposedly caught to trap Jesus, supposedly. But in all actuality, they didn't bring the man. So who could? So why is only her? Because it was to trap Jesus. But a lot of people don't see that because they're looking for the deception. They're looking at a deception, and that's the lie. When people come say, "Well, gee, this is blah, 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 blah," because they're trying to make something in the Bible out of a lie, but it's false, and that's falsely. That's when you're lying. You're lying on this. You're lying on this book when you're talking about that you hear people say, "Well, I studied the Bible. I've studied it." But if you studied it, you would have known that was what the Pharisees and Sadducees were trying to do to Jesus. You would have known that was a lie, and they bear false witness. Just like when they brought him in front of a bunch of Pilate, and when they brought him in front of the other councils, they all were bearing false witnesses to him to make their case stand. This was a problem. This is a problem that they had. They bring false witnesses to Jesus to make it seem like he is to bring up false witnesses to him to make it seem like, oh, well, Jesus has done this, and Jesus uh, he 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 did he, he didn't do what he was supposed to do, and that's a problem. That's a problem. He did what he was supposed to do, but people love to bring false witnesses to him, love to you know criticize and make the Bible out of it, and that's where we get the deceit. So as we see, uh, the story of Jesus uh, serves. I mean, yes, the story of Jesus serves as a. I'm sorry, I went a little too far. So we bring false witness. Let me go back to where we talked about James. We're not only harm others, but also damage our own integrity and character. We are called to speak the truth in love. So when we speak, we are there to speak truth in love. We're not here to speak falsehood. We're not here to speak something that people don't want to hear. We're here to speak the truth. So we want to speak truth and be love about it, and to also uphold we want to uphold justice and righteousness and all that we do and everything that we do. We want to have the utmost justice and righteousness to it. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear that. We want to hear the most upright. of right through in our, excuse me, in the things that we do. So we want to do that. We want to hold that accountable to ourselves. We don't want to lose integrity. We don't want to lose our dignity because we lied. People, we're called liars. I remember back in the day, my cousin used to explain to me a lot of things. 'Cause a lot of things I didn't learn in school. Some things I learned sitting on the couch, speaking to my cousin, my uncle, father. Cousin told me back in the day, when you lie, they would brand you with a L on your forehead. And you say, yes, I'm back in the day, back in the ancient times, they would brand you with a L on your forehead. And so they would know you was a liar. I don't know how true that is. Um, that they would have you, if you were an adulteress, you had to wear age in your clothing. So it's for real. If the old story of George Washington when he goes there, chop down a cherry tree. And they asked him who chopped down the cherry tree, and George Washington said, "I cannot tell a lie. I chopped down I chopped down the cherry tree." But he didn't chop down the cherry tree. He didn't. Honestly, he said he never chopped down the cherry tree. He never chopped down the cherry tree. So we see that he didn't chop down the cherry tree. So we can see it as it is, and for what it is. But we want to always uphold truth. We always want to tell the truth. We always don't want to bear false witness in this sense. I'm only looking for an hour and a half normally. So in this, we want to do this. The story of Jesus serves as an ultimate example of the consequences of bearing false witnesses. Jesus was falsely accused, and he was condemned to death. We see he was crucified, but we also know that even though he was condemned to death, this was something that was a prophecy that was supposed to be fulfilled also too. The people, he said, even my people deny me. And he told a young man, he said, I want to follow you. He told a young man, he said, do you know what it means? And do you know what it means to be a disciple? Do you know what it means to follow me? He says, look, the birds, the things in the air, the wolves, they all have a place to lay their head. But me, Son of Man, I don't have no place to lay my head. In other words, what he says to this young man, I don't know where I'm going to lay my head from day to day. So because you deal with that. Also, he tells the young man, yo, you want to come follow me? Okay, go sell all your riches and then come follow me. The young man walked away because he wanted to know how do I have eternal life? He was looking for Jesus to tell him something sweet and good and things that would fill his head. But Jesus said, follow the commandments. He said, I did all right. He named the commandments. He didn't name all 10. He named about 6 of them. 4 of them he left out. He said, I done all that. Jesus said, okay, then go sell all your jewelry. Go sell all your riches, all your gold, all your things. And then come follow me. The young man walked away. He didn't want to hear the truth. He didn't want to hear what you got to do. Give up all your worldly desires and then come follow me. Do you know what it means to do this? Are you willing? So when you're faced with the moment of, when you're faced and you're put in that position of a catch-22, when you tell the truth or you tell a lie, can you stand 10 toes down on your lie, even though it may cost you a friendship? Can you? That's a decision that you're going to have to make. Some places, sometimes, some ways. But you're going to have to answer that moment in that phrase. And I answered it. Jesus was condemned for this. He was condemned for being who he was. He was the Son of God. He had divineness. He had this that God had given him because he was the essence of God. He had the essence of God. That's why he said, me and my Father are one. We are of the same nature. We are